What's up guys, my name is Taylor, and this video is going to be a little bit different than the content that I usually make. Today I'm going to be talking about something I feel like could help with confidence and motivation while trying to achieve large goals. I recently reached Immortal on the Voltaic Valorant benchmarks, which is a goal I've been working towards for a few months now, and I achieved this with what felt like zero motivation, an inconsistent schedule, and a lot of frustration. A lovely process, I know. However, despite reaching this goal, I didn't feel like I accomplished anything. I didn't even feel like I had improved since I started. It was hard for me to even acknowledge the fact that my aim had improved and that I had taken a step towards my larger goal of being a top 100 aimer. Instead of feeling like I was closer to my goal, I was fixated on the fact that I wasn't there yet. I've never really understood the mindset of taking things one step at a time, or the sentiment of the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, a phrase that I'm sure we've all heard. However, around the time of me achieving that goal, I saw a community post from a content creator who I've been following for a while now and look up to some degree, and the last two sections really stood out to me. Don't change everything at once, change one thing at a time, but don't aim small. Big irrational goals, small rational steps. That last line was pretty much the opposite of what I usually do when working towards something, and definitely the biggest reason towards my lack of motivation and why working towards my goals felt boring. I'm not going to lie, I found myself very unmotivated to even boot up Aim Labs or Valorant, despite setting very large goals within both games. Time and time again, it just felt very boring, and I didn't really feel like I was getting anywhere from challenging myself. And that was sort of when I started to realize that that was the biggest flaw with my mindset. When the way you view your goals is very black and white, like complete or incomplete, it gets very hard to feel like you're going anywhere or even making any progress, which can easily make you feel stagnant and your efforts seem futile, when in reality, this isn't true at all. So for those of you who think similarly to me and also suffer from this toxic mindset, listen up. I know you've heard it a million times before, but no matter how big the goal is, take it one step at a time. Take your big irrational goals and break them down into small rational steps, because making progress and feeling like you're making progress are not only different things, but equally meaningful towards your improvement and motivation. I definitely feel like if I was walking away from my play sessions feeling like, oh, I've made a little bit of progress today, or I achieved this milestone, and viewing those as good things rather than, man, I'm still not there yet, I feel like I would have came back more eager and more driven the next day to make the next step towards my large goal, rather than taking frequent breaks and feeling very unmotivated to keep going. So even though the steps are small and the mindset may seem childish in a way, I feel like it's very useful and powerful for keeping your mental up and your motivation high. So yeah, set those big irrational goals. Just make sure that you're breaking them down into small rational steps.